Hello everyone and welcome back. So for today's video, the hint is your wish for EDS HSD. And I think this is very important to go through because each one of us, our wishes are different. Personally, my wish is that more people would be diagnosed. That it became something that honestly, my doctor and I have talked about this. I'd love to see screening for EDS be part of, and HSD be part of the kindergarten checklist in the US and primary school checklists throughout the world. Now, why the reasoning for this? Many people would say, and I've actually heard people with EDS question too. They're like, why would you want to have something like that on your record when you don't have any symptoms other than being extra bendable? That would just cause you a lifetime of problems, and you'd have problems with insurance, life insurance, health insurance, the works. Why? One, I don't believe there would be problems with health insurance and life insurance over time, especially with life insurance, if it was realized how many people in this world actually have EDS and have long lifespans. I've talked on here before about how both grandmothers likely have it or had it, their dad. And there's actually suspicion my grandfather may have had it too. One grandmother was in her mid-80s when she died from ALS, was the diagnosis of what killed her, Lou Gehrig's syndrome. The other grandmother was in her 80s or 90s, I can't remember, and she died from stomach cancer. Now, I was talking to my doctor about this just recently. It's very possible that her stomach cancer actually was brought on by a lack of pancreatic enzymes. And so food sat in her gut longer than usual and just fermented and fermented and fermented and fermented and fermented for so many years that it, and just went through so slow that it actually may have irritated the stomach enough to cause the cancer. And had it been known, she could have been on treatment and may have never gotten cancer. And so who knows how much longer she would have lived had that been diagnosed. Another thing is, if you can treat early, do things like make sure they're doing exercises, stuff like that, to strengthen their muscles, especially the weaker ones. If they're in the habit of hard work, whether it's keeping it up through PT or things like that, because it's caught early on and they're put in that habit from the time they're little as they grow up. I mean, it's something that in the US is trying to be pushed anyway. But if you had a diagnosis that increased the reason for staying healthy, for not being overweight, not, doing your best to make sure you didn't become overweight while still having the ability to keep your muscles strong and everything else, could be huge. Those in my family who lived longer lives that we know likely have EDS had EDS but had no symptoms. And by no symptoms I mean not concerning symptoms, were ones that they worked hard and were very, very, very physically active. And through the years, just what we do physically in life, our world isn't as physical, and that's made a change. So I would like to see people diagnosed sooner and treated sooner. Have the ability to keep everything in place and then strengthen the muscles to help do that. I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.